So on Friday, a client sent us in this Superclone watch. He actually thought it was genuine. So in this video, we're going to detail exactly how we found out it was a Superclone and how we got it in the first place. So this is meant to be a Submariner Day, the 116 reference, so the 40mm, discontinued in 2020. Before I delve into the box and do like a POV and show you exactly what it came with, which will absolutely shock you, I just want to explain how the client came about this watch in the first place. So he'd seen an advert on the Facebook Marketplace from a well-known Rolex forum, and he ended up speaking to a chap about it. You'll see from the box it's got like a receipt and things from it, but he ended up trading 3 watches for this watch, and I think it was about £9,500 worth of value that he traded into. So we met up with a chap in person. He'd spoke to him quite a lot, and the gentleman also said that he'd visited a Hatton Garden dealer. He's also visited an AD in the past to have the watch authenticated. That means nothing because obviously it's just whatever the chap says, and you've got to take his word for it. But there's a few things about this watch that can kind of trip up a private seller, like goldsmith's link pouch, goldsmith's receipt, watch register, and other things that came in the box, but I'll show you that in a moment. So yeah, this chap traded 3 watches. In for this, he's shown me the original listing and his correspondence with the seller originally, and he's actually speaking with the seller at the moment because I believe the seller thought it was authentic as well. This watch was coming to us, he was trying to sell it, but he's actually been walking around for 4 months with this on his wrist thinking it was authentic when in fact it's a Superclone, so it was a bit of a shock for him. So what I want to show now exactly what's in the box, and we'll go into detail on how you can spot the obvious signs. So it's worth noting off the bat that it's actually in a genuine Rolex box. Quite surprising, but you can pick them up from anywhere nowadays. You can even buy them on eBay for a couple of £100. So when you're talking a watch that's this value, if they try to make a lot of money out of somebody and scam somebody for a genuine watch, they could put a fake in a real box and try and trick people up. So yeah, genuine Rolex box. And straight off the bat, one of the first things that came in here is a goldsmith's links pouch. Now I've seen a lot of watches come from goldsmiths in the past. I've never seen them use this links pouch. To me, it does look like it's just been made for a few pennies in China, but obviously to the private individuals never really handled Rolex before, they'll probably be tripped up by that. One of the main things that kind of shocked me with this watch is it had a goldsmith's receipt. Now what could have happened, and this is part of the reason why people like ourselves or other dealers and sellers online hide serial numbers, is they could have cloned the serial number from a genuine Submariner date and produced a receipt and similar documents. So yeah, this actually came with a goldsmith's receipt, dated at the same time the warranty card was dated, exactly the same serial number that's on the warranty card, and you can see on there all these falsified details. Apparently somebody paid £7,150 for this watch. So yeah, that is probably the main thing that would probably trip up a private buyer, but to be honest, that means nothing. As we move on, you'll see there's a watch register certificate in here. Now I won't open it fully because obviously a client on there has searched for it previously, so it's got his details on there, but it'll just say serial number, no match, nothing against theft, loss or fraud. It's worth mentioning the watch register is literally just a database to type in any serial number to see it's been involved with theft, loss or fraud. This does not authenticate a watch whatsoever. In fact, you could type in a model number with a random serial number and it'll just come back with no match. So you can make up any serial number you wanted, as long as it wasn't on the database obviously, but you could literally make up a model and a serial number, type it in, and it'll still come back with no match. The only time it'll ever flag up is when it's a true watch that has been stolen or been in fraud or been lost in the past. So to be honest, that doesn't really mean much either. So we'll get into the box now. So straight away you can see the Rolex Submariner, or what is meant to be a Rolex Submariner. It came with a spare link. You've got the green swing pro cloth tag. You had a bezel protector there. And we also have the warranty card, booklets and guarantee booklet. So what I'm going to look at first is the guarantee booklet, the warranty card and the manual. So here on the left we have the fake booklet, and on the right we have the genuine. I've just got an example out of our stock to show you. So we've got a date adjust booklet on the right. So here we have what is meant to be a genuine booklet. I mean, to me it's fairly obvious straight away, but to people that don't handle these every day, it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Nice feel to it and quite thick. They obviously print it on thick GSM paper, but straight off the back, if you see the Oyster Perpetual, it's kind of like a yellow golden colour. The actual foil print is quite pure. It's a lot easier for me to see it in person. I guess it's quite hard to show it on camera. And you'll see down here as well a Rolex. Whereas if I get the genuine one now, you'll see a really sharp and nice finish on there. There's no bleed at all. and it's like a gold foil print at the top, the same with the Rolex logo. And it's a bit more flexible as well to their booklet, but yeah, so that's the genuine manual and that's the fake one. I just hold them up together. Fairly obvious, isn't it? Here we'll move on to the warranty cards. So same again, the left one is the fake one, on the right is the genuine. So straight off the bat, the fake card has a completely different shade of green on the bottom. Same again, the foil print is just a very poor quality. They just cannot match Rolex's print. The crown at the top is slightly off center, and yeah, it just looks completely different. Also in these new digital warranty cards, there's an NFC tag. That means essentially when you tap your phone against it, it does open the Rolex website. On the genuine digital warranty cards, if you shine it in the light on a bit of an angle, you can see the square NFC tag at the top right. On this card, there was no NFC tag, so that is a major no-no straight away. You just know straight away that warranty card's fake. I mean, at some point it's going to be easy for these guys to start cloning this and put NFC tags in cards, but for now, generally Superclones do not have the NFC tag in there. So we'll move on to the back of the warranty cards now. Obviously we're going to blur the serial numbers on our genuine watch. So the bottom one is the fake one, the top one's the genuine. So as you can see on the bottom one, the colour shading and everything is off. There's an overshadowing on the text here, the wrong printing and wrong fonts. And then the major giveaway on this card straight away is the actual printing of the model number and serial number. So you can see we'll obviously blur out serial number, but you can see the model number there is nice, crisp, kind of like grey, and it is slightly raised on there as well. Down on the date section, there is an embroidered print of the Rolex logo behind the white date section that you can just see under certain lighting. On this bottom one, it does not have that. So yeah, it's not a bad fake card, but you can tell straight away it's very, very obvious. We knew the watch was fake before we even got out of the box, just by looking at this warranty card. The only other thing is somebody could have lost the warranty card in the past and then they've reprinted it, try to keep the value of the watch up and things, but it's very rare that happens now. So yeah, we had alarm bells ringing even before we got the watch out of the box, and we'd seen this warranty card. On the digital warranty card as well, there's a UV section on here. So it has the Rolex print over and over. That is completely wrong compared to a genuine. So that's a good check that you could do. And for those that are curious, here's a lume on the watch as well. So we're going to start taking a look at the watch now, and I'll show you some obvious signs of it being a Superclone. One thing I want to say is we're not going to show you absolutely everything we look at on a watch today. We obviously want to keep things under wraps. We don't want people going and replicating things perfectly. So we'll show you some obvious signs and checks you can do when you're looking at buying a watch. But straight off the bat, for me, the glass was protruding far too much from the watch. If you're looking at it face on, you can see the rehaut too much as well. So the glass was off. I look at watches under lupe. I've actually got my magnification glasses, so I kind of look at the pearl around the markers. I look at the print on the dial and especially on the date wheel. But for me, one of the major things that was a giveaway was the way the actual crown feels as well. The sound of the movement just completely off compared to a genuine. The date wheel doesn't spin properly and it doesn't sit center once turned. And believe it or not, different numbers of the dates have different fonts as well. Someone was being a bit creative when they made this one. When I was looking at these under the glasses, especially the number 31, on the number 1 there was loads of bleed on the ink right across the date wheel. I mean, with Rolex, the standards that they produce watches is absolutely incredible. So you don't have any bleed on numbers or fonts or anything like that. It's just completely crisp. Whereas on this watch, especially on the date wheel, most of the numbers were bleeding with the black, so you can just tell straight away something is wrong with this watch. Not only that, when you turn the time, that feels far too loose. You can just tell it's not a genuine Rolex movement in there. The sound of the turn of the bezel is completely different to a genuine one. One thing most people look for now to kind of authenticate a watch is the 6 o'clock Rolex edged crown on the sapphire crystal. This has that edged crown on there, and it's worth noting that most Superclones do have that now, so it's not a way to kind of authenticate a watch. Yes, it's always worth checking for, but it isn't going to guarantee that the watch is authentic. So as we move on to the clasp, with this Submariner you have a sliding clasp. Look how that's just free. That is not how a genuine Submariner should be, and just the way it feels. So yeah, it's a great replica, but it is just not a genuine Rolex. We also removed the case back and we inspected the movement. You can't be too careful nowadays, so we'll pop up some photographs of the movement and we'll also showcase what a genuine Rolex movement looks like alongside that one too. So something else you can check for on modern Rolex is on the inner rehaut, which is the silver ring on the inside of the bezel, you have Rolex engraved all the way around, and you also have the serial number, the 6 o'clock marker. So generally, the ROLEX, as it goes round the rehaut, they are perfectly in line with the markers, perfectly in line. On this one, they are off center, so you know straight away there's something off there, because on every Rolex watch, they are perfectly aligned. So that wraps up the unboxing. As you can see, it came with a lot of items, a few things that could throw off a private individual, especially a goldsmith's receipt like that. But yeah, 100% a Superclone, worth nothing, and it's a shame really because the chap at the moment is down now £9,500, but we are going to support him and produce all the evidence we need, and hopefully he can get his funds back. So the sad reality is people are getting scammed with these watches every single day. They're just not knowing what to look for, or they're just thinking it's too good of a deal, maybe saving £1,000 from buying from a trusted retailer like ourselves, or maybe somebody they actually know. So yeah, it is a shame. Obviously this client's going to have lost quite a lot of money really if you can't get any of it back, but it does look like the person he purchased it from does think it's genuine as well, so I'm fingers crossed they'll get it resolved. We're going to support him the best we can, kind of document everything in our findings. So it is a real shame. We all work hard for our money, and we do want to obviously put our money into a genuine watch. It's a special occasion when you're buying something of this value. So yeah, hopefully all that can get sorted. But if anybody's got any images and things, or if they're looking to buy something, if it's not from us, feel free to ping us a message on WhatsApp or Instagram or something. We'll have a quick look for you. But obviously it's going to be hard for us to give a definite answer without seeing it in person. So yeah, let us know in the comments, would you have fallen for this trap? Would you ever buy off Facebook? Would you buy off eBay or similar? Or would you pay, say, the extra £1,000 here and there to get a genuine watch from somewhere you know is reputable? So thank you very much for watching. Take care. Subscribe.